Mr. Wade here. I'm out here back at the Lincoln Memorial Cemetery out here in Portland, Oregon. Upon research, you guys, I was looking at some things about where to go to make another story. Now, me and Mrs. Crime have a long list of different areas, different things of Oregon, different things of Washington, and also way off that we could go do. So I ran across this story, which is a happy story and a sad story, all intertwined into one. Not two, well, maybe two, but one. So, I'm out here at the Lincoln Memorial Cemetery to give respect to a certain individual. The individual was a courageous man, not male, but man, courageous. And of course, he passed away. Of course, that's why we're here at the cemetery. So, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back. Mr. Wade here. So, my story involves, once again, I said one male, but they were actually as part of a team for 27. Now I'm going to go back in time. History. 1865. Not 1867. Not 1868. 1865. There was 27 guys that were connected to a brigade. Now what this guy here at the cemetery and the other 26 did was they were responsible for the capture of John Wilkes Booth. Now who is John Wilkes Booth? Come on now. We all been taught this growing up in school and history lessons. I didn't like history myself, but just history. He was the guy that was responsible for the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. Now, this guy here, and Abraham Lincoln was our president of the United States. Now, he was assassinated by this guy, John Wilkes Booth. Now, the guy here, Mr. Parady, that's the guy we're here to see to give respect to, Tombstone Whispers, and all these subscribers out there. Thanks again. Click that like button. But him and his 26 men were responsible for the capture of John Wilkes Booth. Now, how they captured him, they chased him into a farmland. So they knew he was hiding in there, so they set the farmland barn on fire. And when something on fire, what do? You get up out of there. He ran up out of there. They captured him. Of course, he died later because all the asphyxiations and this, he had a gunshot wound as well. But Mr. Parady wrote home to his parents and described detail of what happened to this capture. So, Mr. Parady, who we're here to see and give respect to, he was the one that actually went in the barn and pulled him out. He was the actual one. Speaking of Rambo, he was the one that went into the barn to get John Wilkes Booth out of there so they can capture him. They were paid like a little over $1,300 each for the reward for capture of John Wilkes Booth. But this guy here is one of the responsible parties of catching the guy that actually assassinated President Abraham Lincoln out here in Portland, Oregon. So let's give him some respect. Hope you guys enjoy my narrative of the story. Stay tuned. So this is a headstone of Mr. Emory Parady. Now it states, Father Emory Parady, 1844 to 1924. Memory of the H-16th New York Cavalry, one of the 26 enlisted men who captured John Wilkes Booth, assassin of President Abraham Lincoln. This is all the respect from my military side of the family, from from Mrs. Crimes, military side of family, from whomever related to military, and the respect of this guy here. He was one of the guys, and the guy to actually go in the burning building to get Mr. John Wilkes Booth out of there. They wounded him and took him away for capture. But this is one of the 26 enlisted men who done this out here in Portland, Oregon. Now, Mr. Wade hopes you guys enjoyed this video of Mr. Parady. He's back behind me. This guy is one of the heroes that captured John Wilkes Booth. He once lived out here in Portland, Oregon. Wow. You know, we all gotta live. Yeah, we all gotta live, right? But he lived out here, and all respect to him, and he has family members around there as well. And all respect to John Wilkes Booth, the guy that captured him. Wow. Not respect to John Wilkes Booth, but respect to the guy, Parady, one of the guys. Stay tuned for a lot more coming from Tombstone Whispers. Hope you guys enjoyed this video here. Unfortunate death of a family member. For all respects, hit that like button, subscribe to us. More to come.